Hello, today I will be talking about movie review number 974. This is Arcadian. Arcadian is a 2024 movie that is directed by Benjamin Brewer. Benjamin Brewer. Brewer. So, this is from RLJE Films, Shudder Productions, Highland Film Group, um, Red Wine Entertainment, and Saturn Films. And I saw this movie on April 14th, 2024 at Kenwood Video in Kenwood, Ohio. And I thought it was a pretty good movie. And it definitely is a little bit of a horror movie, but I think it's also more of a thriller movie. It's like a horror thriller movie, but it's an independent film. So this takes place in the near future on a decontaminated Earth. Well, Paul has two twin sons who find tranquility by day, but terror by night, when ferocious creatures awaken and consume all living souls in their path. When Paul is almost killed by one of the creatures, the boys come up with a desperate plan for survival, using everything that their father taught them to keep him alive. Oh, this was a pretty good movie. So Nicolas Cage portrays Paul, who lives with his two twin sons in a house, and they find tranquility by day, but they lock the doors at night because that's when the creatures come. In other words, there are ferocious creatures that try to take down their house, try to eat their souls, and yet for most of the time they've been successful at keeping the creatures out. Well, unfortunately, something happens to Paul, and he is almost killed. So, Paul's twin sons, Joseph and Thomas, have to figure out a way how to keep him alive, but also try to protect their home from these creatures, because these creatures are definitely violent, strong, and will not stop until they get all the living souls on the planet. Jaden Martell portrays Joseph in the film, Maxwell Jenkins portrays Thomas in the film, and we also see Sadie Silverwall portraying a girl named Charlotte, who one of the boys befriends. And let's just say that Joseph and Thomas have some falling outs between each other, especially since Paul and his sons kind of like isolate themselves in the house a lot. And the house isn't exactly very big. So there's definitely some bickering going on between the two, but one of them meets a girl named Charlotte in the area, and something happens later on in the movie that causes one of the boys to get lost in the woods, so Paul has to go look for him. This is where, well, maybe I shouldn't say, but this is where the more of the creatures come, and that's when bad things start to happen with the family. As Paul is unconscious but alive, Joseph and Thomas must figure out a way to keep him alive, while also try to protect their home from the creatures and what to do if the creatures do get into the house. So Joseph and Thomas must rely on each other in their instincts and fight if necessary. They will do whatever they can to bring their father back, but also protect their home and fight these creatures. But these creatures definitely are violent. And I really like the fact that this movie was an independent film. There was, I don't think there really was a lot of jump scares. There was really more of the tension and atmosphere of the movie that kind of made it more of a horror movie rather than just the jump scares. Because you can definitely sense that something is happening to the family. and the twin sons isn't exactly sure how to handle this properly, especially when they don't have as much resources for food and medicine that will help keep their father alive. But also at the same time, they want to make sure they don't run into these creatures. But they may have to in order to protect their father and each other. Oh, I thought it was a pretty good movie. I definitely recommend it. So that's my movie review of Arcadian Precinct 2 for me. This movie review. Alright, goodbye.